Welcome to the Black Bull Markets tutorial video, lesson 6, identifying support and resistance levels. In this lesson, you will learn how to draw horizontal lines, modify and move your line, delete a horizontal line, and how to generally identify support and resistance levels on your chart. The candlesticks we looked at together in earlier lessons represents the price movement of the market. Lines of support and resistance represent the maximum or minimum price floors that market participants are willing to pay at certain moments in time. The understanding of these key levels is critical for decision making and for your risk management. Plotting these lines may be the easiest thing you'll learn in these lessons. However, not plotting these lines may be the most expensive lesson for you. Let's start by looking at this gold chart. And let's switch to a monthly time frame. Clearly, we had a serious high over here. So let's plot this as our resistance level. Click Draw Horizontal Line from your toolbar and plot it just about there. If you don't like the look of it, you can drag and drop where you feel the high is. Now, we can modify this by right-clicking on the line. First, left clicking, and we should be able to see two small boxes that appear. And then as we right click, ensure that the two small boxes are clicked before you're able to right click. Hit horizontal line properties, and under common, you can change the color of your line. Let's change this to blue. Let's make it a bit thicker. Most MT4 configurations are very typical of this setting, so you should really get used to seeing this. As another example, let's right-click Horizontal Line Properties and click Visualization. This allows us to show this horizontal line on all different time frames. This ceiling is quite important on this chart, and the market tried to break it twice, as you can see here on the monthly time frame. Also, as with most MT4 objects, if you see the small boxes, you can click, hold and drag the line to your destined area of choice. Should you wish to delete the line, you can right-click and hit delete. Okay, let's draw a line of support. This is the opposite of the resistance, and you can see why. If we drop down to a lower time frame, we can see an original support forming around this level, and then a break of this support in more recent price movement. If you're simply curious as to different price levels, simply drag and drop this line to measure up the candlesticks. Now let's drop to another time frame and let's look at another chart. The pound dollar on a daily time frame. As you can see, the ceiling is about 143,740, and the floor we can see, if we line it up, is around 130,275. Both of these time frames within the daily chart, you can see the price has struggled to break through these levels on two occasions. Recently broke through very slightly, however has rebounded since. Looking at this hourly chart, we can clearly see a form of a ranging market, and that's lasted for a few months now. Again, looking at the week before, we can see closer lines of support and resistance. If we take to a lower time frame, the same support from the daily chart holds. However, we have a new line of resistance on your 4-hour time frame. If you delete this chart, your work will be lost. Check File, Open Deleted, and this section should show you if your chart is still available. If you want to save these lines, and you should, save your work in a profile or set up your charts with an existing profile. This will ensure that your work and these lines are saved for future viewing. In our tutorial series, we will look at how to use these key levels and how ignoring them can be quite costly. To review, in this lesson we have covered how to draw horizontal lines, how to modify moving lines, deleting a horizontal line, and how to identify your ceiling, floors, or support and resistance levels. Remember also to save your work. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this useful.